Так, всем приветик. Кофеечек. Не знаю, может быть, сегодня мы зафиналимся. Немножечко уже поднадоела игра.
Good day to you. I'd like to help.
What's happening?
I have a delegate.
I see.
Go and ask elsewhere. Take care.
Не хочет этот хрен со мной идти. Как говорится, хер с ним. Так. Так, буркам. Ситка буркам. Бежим тогда назад. Что-то вырубило меня прям вообще. Так. Короче, медик придет, а это не знаю, почему там не решил идти священник. Давай.
God be with.
I got hold of it.
Thank you. Most of them have all. Take care.
Yeah.
Ну так с ним не поговорить, да? А, так нельзя, прикольно. Передайте Ганушу. Я 10 раз передам, он с ним не разговаривает. Ты куда
God be with you.
Это не даст им заснуть.
This ought to help with.
What's in it?
Везде.
Stinks to hell.
Yes, and it's hellish.
Really? I hope.
Hopefully not.
True enough. See you later.
Рассказать ему о пиве. То ли спин, да? Нет, это не он.
Good day to you.
I've arranged some beer for you.
You're a proper treasure, you.
The charcoal.
That
Well, you can stop worrying.
good. Farewell.
То есть, сказать честно, не сильно это что-то дает, да? репутация. То есть, как вариант, тут даже других священников нет. То есть, почему-то вот этот не уговорился. Ну, как бы и все. Ну, это вообще говорить со мной будет, нет? Или нет? Ну, в теории он может вот сюда приехать и поговорить со мной. Но это не точно, да? Ну, что, ну, подождем. Проснулась? Нет. Она вообще не спала? Я что-то один раз тишина такая, слушай, что-то гремит, глаз открываю, за столом сидит. Ну, ты знаешь, когда она тогда уснет.
Greetings.
It's all sorts of...
Excellent. I've heard some pretty wild...
Maybe this will...
Are you telling?
I don't know about that.
Christ. Man, dusting.
No, they ran away.
Well, that's at least.
He's probably hot on their heels.
Anyway, Henry, thanks for dealing with that pickup. You pulled us.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, then.
Святого Михаила. Ну так. То есть я ему сдал то задание. Вот знаете, теперь я что думаю? Шнапс у меня есть. Выкинуть. Шнапс. 7 штук. Сохранить игру, да. Вот, возможно, теперь он пойдет, да? Типа то не был квест сохранен. Может такое быть? Ну да, сейчас мы проверим. Что там, кто-то нас встретил на дороге? Вот протянем ноги.
A well-chosen site. You want to strike the gate, do you?
True. We don't want to do more damage than necessary.
I quite understand. Sir Toth is holed up there, is he?
Just so, Master Conrad. I hear you have some accounts to settle with him.
Ah, not entirely. I've done with him. Sigismund trusted him more than me in his campaign against the Ottomans, and we all know how that ended up.
How did it end up?
Badly, my lord. The flower of French knighthood was slain there. Sigismund fled for his life, and I did too, I must confess.
Be assured we shall not make the same mistake here. We do not intend to starve them into submission, but to break down the gate.
I am at your service, my lords. We will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days. And I can supply, for example, Raketa to sweep the foe from the battlements.
Roketa? I do not believe I've heard of such a term.
Raketa? are missiles filled with black powder with a touch hole at the bottom to ignite it. They shoot forward, something like a hand cannon, but without rocks. The rocket is the missile.
I see. But we don't have black powder in these parts. Nor cannon.
Indeed. It should have occurred to me. But I am very fond of Rocetta, and I always think what Alexander the Great might have accomplished with them.
Какой-то бородатый пьянчуга ракеты хочет построить. Прям
I
как я.
understand. We find ourselves in a conventional situation that
Видел мою
demands a conventional solution.
I'm still hoping that Toth will see sense and parley with us.
He may well do so, especially when we set up the trebuchet on his doorstep.
Что, мы его уговорим или не уговорим? Может, теперь, когда типа задание сдано.
Good health to you.
There's something.
Is there, my...
There are a lot of dead.
Has someone request...
So Division.
Well, 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 Sir Divish sends for me. Take care.
А, все, вот это ему надо было. Типа, чтобы квест был тот стан. Понятно. Ладно. Какая? Маленькая. Да что-то нет, не припомню. Ну, одна на столе, вот я вижу пластиковая, еще одна, я что-то не помню где она. А в холодильник ты не ставил кефир в ней? Нет? Ну, это я так примерно могу ошибаться. С кем поговорить по поводу того, что он придет? Не с кем говорить.
God bless you.
I came to an agreement with Conrad.
That I guarantee.
Glad I could be of service.
I'm truly grateful to you. And the men will be fine work. You've certainly... I probably shouldn't, but... Go and have a look in my trunk.
Thank you.
Сундук взгляни.
See you later.
А, где его сундук? Но они как будто все закрытые. Замкнуть. По-моему, это все хуже моего, да? что пока. Так, и что, какие задания? Дождаться окончания. А, просто несколько дней ждать. Просто несколько дней ждать. Не могем. Прочитали. Так, ну что, тогда спать будем? По максимуму, да? Надо покушать где-то, кстати. Сколько он сказал? 2 дня? Ну, мы можем, конечно, прибыславицу сгонять и там просто достроить все, ну, чисто по приколу. Я просто хотел бы посмотреть, как все это выглядит, кстати. Сейчас, наверное, так сделаем. Дуванчик где-то он тут видит. А вот. Что, в моих лесах кто-то нападать будет на меня? Блин, я много квестов пропустил на самом деле. Вот чувствуется, что этой игре, ну, не хватает пару улучшений, чтобы уж прям вообще.
Yeah.
Так, сейчас строить никто не будет, да? Надо утро ждать. Что у нас там по бэбкам? 54 000. Так, да, мы просто заберем. А, не заберем, нам строить надо будет. Спид. Ждем до 7 утра, норм. А сейчас мы, наверное, ничего и не построим, да? Особо. Мариус тут хорошо устроился.
So?
Let's see. The village's income is very good. The village is big enough now. Sadivish can bring in more people if you... The church is still in ruins. Doesn't create... We're on the right track. But we have...
All right. I want to build...
Certainly.
I'd like to build...
Good.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Вот. Не понял. Давай строить.
I want to build.
Certainly.
I'd like to build the rat.
Very well. Come along with me. Once we're there, I'll oversee the build so they don't botch in it.
Ну, вставай, что ты до этого все делал? Ну, ратуша где-то тут, я понимаю, должна быть у нас. Такой, все, мы пришли.
We're going to build here.
Right here.
I'm ready.
Давай.
I'll just quickly check again. We've still got...
Несколько дней спустя. Угу. То есть это теперь просто дом. Что-то я правда немножко другого ожидал. Наверное, привык к героям третьим. Вот так у нас выглядит ратуша теперь, да? Что у нас тут? Давай исследуем. Что за сундук, вообще не понимаю. Ну, в принципе, достаточно сытый. Так, он здесь сидит. А мой-то сундук не тут? Давай улучшим ратушу.
I want to build.
Certain.
I'd like to.
Let's go to the side.
Что ему по два раза надо говорить, да? Или нет?
We're going to build here.
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'll just... We've...
Ну, покажите, что получилось. Какой домина посимпатичнее с моей комнатой. Нифига себе, гнездо. Женщины. Ну, хотя бы так. Угу. Тут просто спать. Вот он мой сундук. Значит, где-то тут. Вот моя типа кровать, да. Ой, не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не. Не хотел я садиться, встать. Угу. Они уж сильно лихо переделали, чувак из одного, тут из этой комнаты сюда переехал, да? Какая-то харчевня. Ну ладно. Давай строить.
I want to build. Let's start.
Давай. Топ. топ.
We're going to build here.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Несколько дней спустя. Угу. Так, вот здесь колокол потом будет, наверное. Все, требушет готов. Пойдем. Ну, пойдем. Пойдем посмотрим. Ну что, они сейчас напрягутся или нет? Что-то готово.
Let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly
Calibration.
normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Подождите еще 8 дней, да?
Move! Damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish. Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close. Havel Medic. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him.
Как будто у него здесь конфетки шоколадные, вот в этом ожерелье. Знаешь, ты открываешь, так такие плиточки маленькие шоколадные. Захотелось такое.
Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine. How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many. And they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear,
We'll be finished. Just as Top has been planned.
he's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir,
Если
my
кости
joints
не
don't deceive me,
обманывают,
and they rarely do.
будет дождь
It'll
и
rain.
даже ливень.
It'll rain buckets.
Ну, видите, как
Here.
метеорология
We'll
раньше
make a
работала,
stand
не то,
here,
что
I
сейчас.
and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear, here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Townburg.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talberg.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
Идрик такой как болванчик, хоть так голову кивает.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander.
Бора командир
But
вашего
many of the men will
искали,
be from
который их
Skalitz.
знает,
We need someone there who knows
пользуется них
them and has their
уважением.
respect.
Ну, скажет, что это я. Пан, кто бы это быть?
I mean you, Henry.
But that is... I want to be in the vanguard.
Now hear me well, Henry. There are whole cemeteries full of heroes who rushed into danger. And if the first human you meet runs you
Ну,
through,
понятно, да.
it won't be good for morale.
Я уже
Not to mention that
Дух.
Radzik would have my guts for garters.
воинов.
But, sir, I think I should...
Quiet.
Нельзя
Don't
легко
underestimate
вас
the
задать,
task
тебе
I'm
придется
setting.
сдерживать своих людей,
You'll
чтобы
have to
не
keep
бросились
nervous
в
men on
атаку
a shore
слишком
and
рано.
then conduct the
А
attack
затем
on the rear
вы
so
должны
fiercely
ударить
and
с тыла
quickly that the
так
foe has
яростно и
no
стремительно,
chance
что
to
враг
react.
успеет
If
опомниться.
the line should
Если они
start,
сомнут ваши
we
основные
need
силы,
someone
наши
with
основные
their
силы.
head firmly on their shoulders to keep control
Холодная
of the
голова
men.
нужна. Хорошо, пан.
That's what I like to hear. When you're ready, go and join the
Когда будешь
Skalitz.
готов, иди пойдем
They'll be
спать, они
mustering
ждут тебя в лесу вратаря. И еще, могу сказать?
I've arranged for a priest to come.
Thank you, Henry.
How do you like...
How do I?
I understand.
Those boulders could hit me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Take care.
Угу. Куда мы должны идти? Вот сюда, да? Ну, мы как бы и пойдем, я думаю, особо время терять нам нет смысла. Где массивка бурка? Ко мне мой хороший. Давай.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Ой, перескакал немножечко.
Yeah.
Куда хоть едут-то? Все вроде бы рядом было. Ну да.
Yeah.
На поле боя. На поле танки грохотали.
Easy. Easy. Easy, man.
Not yet.
They were expecting us. First troops to the bridge. Break through. Vanguard, to the left. And the rest, come with me. We'll flank the bastards.
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt!
Они всех не начали биться. Что такое? Ну, мы этим поможем, пацаны. То что-то им там наступает. Пару гануш, где гануш.
To the bridge! We have to help them!
Пацанов вариантов, по-моему, нет что-то. Это, наверное, из-за того, что мы их мясом с пивом накормили. Или мясо мужики шнапсом запивали.
Here's their leader.
What? This boy.
You should show a little more respect, Divish. Divish. You need it when you kneel before Istvan. Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
Насколько вы с ним близки? О,
I know him.
я его знаю, это Эрик.
He's Eric.
Сотник и правая рука Тота.
Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally,
Что ж, добрый
some
вести.
good news.
Кандалы его.
Shackle him
И
and
не
guard him
спускай.
closely.
Чё там?
Those bastards want to
Они
destroy our
хотят
trebuchet.
сломать наш требушет. Понятно. Тогда убить его. Мы побежим, да тут в доспехах пока добежишь. Так, это кушетка где? Куда бежать? Ну, не знаю, мы тут залезем где-то наверх. Или нет? Сломать наш требушет. Я им сейчас сломаю. Хоть такой. Все здесь я скачу. Это наши? Ян птачек. Это наши? Это нет. Следующий есть. Гроши откуда-то насыпают вот так в лицо прям. И футболочка красавец.
Well,
The damage isn't too serious.
so we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzig and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
Нужно ведь все продумать.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
So, I might have a solution.
А что
What about
если нам
exchanging hostages?
обменяться с ним заложниками?
He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Ishtvan's reinforcements here.
Советник во
Seems to be
Вранике
on
был
very
подкреплен.
intimate
Кажется,
terms
они
with
очень
Toth. He might be
близки.
able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Кто там прячется?
Start talking. God be with you, lads. What can I do for you?
I won't betray my lord.
See you later.
Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it? Fuck you. You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions. What is he after? Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You.
Кто такой
Who is
тот?
this Toth?
He's an orc, same as me.
Сирота, как и я, только
The Turks
говорили.
killed his parents, so he started
А
killing
он убивал
Turks.
турок.
Sigismund needed men like that, so Istvan ended up in it.
How did you meet him?
What's that got to do with anything?
На
Who
кого
does he take
работает?
his order? Are you stupid?
На Сигизмунда.
How many men?
Мы обменяем тебя на...
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we...
Что насчет обмена?
Take him for a fool.
Ты думаешь, что он расстанется с тем, что держит вас от атаки? Он никогда это
You
не
better pray
сделает.
he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless
А
to
что мы
us.
сделаем, если ты будешь бесполезен?
I won't waste any...
Типа, мы все спасем.
to save myself. Istvan will save
Меня спасет Иштван.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranyik and Pribyslavitz.
Обычный разбойник.
don't know anything.
Идет за мной, и любой, кто тронет меня пальцем, заплатит своей жизнью.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that
Может,
much
это
about...
будет? Тебе никогда не
For a
понять.
while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end...
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems you're up. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him.
Это странный был вопрос.
Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hanish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighbourly visit catch you unprepared?
A little. But we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Так, показывай нам. Так,
Divish, I'm sorry.
прости меня. За что? А, за то, что пустила всех. Добрая самаритянка.
Greetings, friends.
Ух
Fear
ты.
not, Lord Toth
А
is
ты
treating
выливай
us
все
like
в
royalty.
бокальчик.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell. I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
What is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
Кто-то еще приехал, господи, я их запомнить уже не могу.
Who's Jobst? Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslas
из
and
рода
Sigismund.
Люксембургов.
He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Очередной какой-то хитропопый.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Так, что теперь? А там не льет ничего, что звук такой. Где конь? Конь богатырская. Конь мой богатырской. Так, он опять здесь, да? Метком балуется. Так, чего нету? Чего нету? Ой. Хоть такой один тут в поле.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard, and since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet.
But, sir, I have no idea.
Master Keyser and Master Faith, there's nothing to it. The minute all you have to do is pull the...
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg. Sir Robard will explain. Good luck.
Ну вот зачем сюда было ехать? Ну вот просто вот по игре. Вот отсюда туда, чтобы он сказал, дерни рычаг. Ну он не мог мне там это сказать. Вот все ништяк в этой игре. Но вот это вот туда-сюда 150 метров кататься. Разбирай. Так, нет, не то, да? Сказал, что это как будто бы заехать можно.
Load the trebuchet.
Давай стрелять.
Good health to you.
Зачем я спрашиваю у всех
He
про
definitely
Кейзера?
knows what he's doing.
Do you think there's any truth in it?
I've never seen such weapons used, so I can't really judge. But if his
Прибыльгенец.
There was precious little in it, and we...
That's how it goes in war.
Well, they're apt to wait till a man nips off into the bushes.
Because you...
Подожди, я с кем разговариваю? Выстрелить из трубушета. Ну, стражник.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
How are things with you?
I wish it was all over and done with.
Don't we all?
I've never been in it. Farewell.
С этим.
God bless you.
Я стрелять пришел.
Master
Так,
Faith.
строительство.
Much better now.
Всё
Next
ништяк.
time round, you'll be the siege.
I rather hope they won't be in.
Как с Кайзером.
Excellent. His knowledge of machine.
Очень талантливый, короче, в восторге, дядька.
How much longer?
I wouldn't like to hazard a guess. As I am.
I see. Well,
So do I.
we came just...
Quite.
I think more people will be changing them.
They should. I hope. Good luck then.
С кем говорить-то? Просто потянуть за рычаг. Ну вот. Или что? Что из этого рычаг? Или они просто еще его заряжают? А, наверное, они его просто еще заряжают, да? Было написано использовать. Погнали. Тут все обрадовались так.
Divish said...
Sir.
Sir Divish said you...
Aye. We're going to watch Istvan shit.
Будем смотреть. Штаны ложь, и все?
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Good luck then.
Ну вот я сбегал туда-сюда, дернул сюда, чтобы еще несколько дней ждать. Новая задача, еще раз с ним поговорить. О чем еще говорить? Помощь
A
какая-нибудь?
few of them have taken to their heels. If they stop in Kutenberg, I'll be glad enough.
If those were the best of Istvan's men, they could be lurking in the woods. They'll probably...
My fear exactly. Until Toth is hanging from the gate. But in the...
Of course, Sir Robert.
That's not necessary. I trust you, Hal. You don't even have to do the killing. Just let me know where you find them, and that'll be the...
I'm here.
Can't you see... God be with you.
Ну, типа 3 лагеря разбить, да? Ну, скорее всего, это вот это, да? Ну, давай метнемся быстрым воздухом. Огонь. Где огонь? Огонь, огонь. Найди восточный лагерь. Где? Не вижу.
What's going on there? Who's there? Well, I never. Oh!
Look what I've got.
Yeah. 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 Giving up already?
Well, I never. The pig. Yeah. Ow.
I yield.
Oh, all right. You're free to go. But cross me again, and I won't be so merciful next time.
Взял стражнику по башке, случайно дал. Нет бы он сказал там, типа, братиш, спасибо, тут спас нас.
What's going on there?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What's going on there? Who's there? Well, I never. Rise! What's going on there?
want to build... Certain. I could use...
We're going to build here?
Yes.
I'm ready.
All good.
Жесткие? Привет, тапочек. Жесткие. Тебе понадобится вода. Одуванчика календула. Подустал уже от этой игрушки. Надо думать, закрыть ее, чем-нибудь еще погамать. Не знаю, правда, во что.
I want to build.
Certainly.
Let's finish fix.
Let's.
We're going to build.
Indeed.
I'm ready.
Ну что, сейчас деревню достроим. Как раз время пройдет.
I want to build something.
Certainly.
I was thinking it would.
Good. We've got everything.
Как мы без садика с травами, да, живем? Садик с травами решил себе построить. А тут у нас что? Бадья какая-то. Не пойму, почему мне в деревне не предложили построить купальни с девчонками. Обидно. Но у меня тут есть корчма, а еще мед я добываю и пивасик варю. Вот. А для тебя, любимый, построил эту пекарню большую. Мы там всякие вкусняшки печем. Так что...
I want to build.
Certainly. We've already finished.
It's time the church had a new altar. It's not the house of.
Very well. Come along so they don't botch anything.
Порзу. Порзу говоришь.
We're going to build here?
Right here.
I'm ready.
We've got what we need.
А Форза это же гоночки, да? Правильно? Ну, по-моему, гоночки начались и закончились Need for Speed'ом. Блин, кстати, Need for Speed прям прикольно было. Мне кажется, на Most Wanted там закончилось все. А что происходит? Почему стражники крадутся? Не очень понимаю, что происходит. Какие-то чуваки на полусогнутых ходят. Вы, ребят, что делаете? Ну ладно. Странно.
God bless you. What troubles you?
We made it. Would you kill him?
Maybe. But before that, I'd throw him in the dungeon for... Just good luck, Ben.
I found all of their campsites.
That's a relief. Now let's relieve our...
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Ishtvan's a stubborn bastard.
All right. When do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or...
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which the attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claims he can even hit it. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of
portcullis.
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the...
And what's the plan for attacking the...
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to... Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will...
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still... The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlement. We'll have to either fight our way through, or some...
What about the living...
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Ishtvan will know defeat...
I think I've heard everything.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough... And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arson.
A village lad and an old soldier. This man must be shaking.
If he's not shaking, then he does... Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something... Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades. We have to take the castle gradually. One position...
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Goodbye.
Ну что, последний бой? Ни хрена себе, он снайпер.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanush.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, you're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks his truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Yeah.
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But...
Yeah.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sneaking into Brandon all on your own? Well, what I mean is, hats off to you.
Yeah. Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
Yeah. This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Yeah. How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
Yeah. I was an apprentice blacksmith.
Yeah.
Not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no sign of them. Move on. I'm glad to see Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
All right, Father.
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Markvart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside.
Речи прям мушкетерские.
Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
You're doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now.
Что-то как-то тут вперемешку. Текст один.
I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
И мамка. Но внизу там вообще что-то там происходит, не знаю, текст не про наш сон.
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right.
I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And
Прикиньте,
I've
что
never
там
looked good in
происходит.
a habit.
Кому-то
Get
пытают.
out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Stop right there. I have to search you.
What's with you?
Why?
For security reasons.
For God's sake, don't bother me.
Yeah.
Stop! I need to search you. Are you deaf?
What's going on?
For security reasons.
I'm here on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, how? Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergolf is on your side? Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, And that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenborg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenborg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
So, it looks like you're on.
Yes.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghof tells you is one thing.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter.
Yes.
Very well. Berghof is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any question?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg.
The Luxembourg. Wenceslas and... But instead, Wenceslas... Who? The cousin of King Wenceslas? Until recent. I don't know what... But he really...
I'm a bit
But he can be... You can't just abscond.
Who is this?
Politic.
The League?
They abduct...
I don't know.
Sigismund... Not long ago... And now...
Rupert of the Palatinate.
Rupert is...
What's their prince?
The prince... Some of the nobility... So...
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein.
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family, since the king's being held...
That's about all.
Very well. So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish? That makes two of us.
If I didn't know anything about yachts...
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
Ему морду лень быть. Как я не знаю, как в свинарнике спал.
Well, if... Are you wishing... You must be joking. You can't... Nonsense.
Anything for you, my...
God be with you. Ugh. Huh?
Yeah.
So, can we set...
Of course.
So, to horse! A lord of...
Так, ну я понимаю, он так и будет, типа, ехать, да, там до упора карты куда-то.
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Yobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Yeah. 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 Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him, mind.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit, but the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time, but he gave them seats at the provincial council. Little wonder they're back in their old tricks.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about it, Henry?
Of course. At last.
Quite. Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that horseman who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
Ну ладно. Я уже допрошел эту игру, она уж в конце душноватая была, конечно, прям душно. А? Да. Все, конец. Ура! Все, надо теперь что-нибудь еще заметить себе интересно.